Hi loves, so welcome to another vlog. A lot has been happening. As you can see, I am currently heavily pregnant, but we are going to make my beautiful girl this lovely, stylish, very adorable and cute lines that will be very good for school lines, and they are protective. And we can talk about the hormones, the ups and downs of 2025 as we do that. 2025 was a rough year for majority of people, and I'm just from Facebook and I was scrolling through some posts, and I can tell you people have had it rough. And I know it was also a great year for some, which is okay, because we cannot be angry because God blessed people. We were taught that we have to be happy for others so that we can actually receive blessings. But here 2025 happened, and it has been a roller coaster for me. And I had set big goals. And this year I'm planning to do it differently. I was actually on TikTok just the day before yesterday, and I was going through some of the vision boards and how people actually set their vision boards. I'm not saying that I've not achieved a lot. 2025, I did major. First, I got to be consistent on this platform, on my social media platforms. I closed at 9,000 followers on LinkedIn. I closed here at 400 followers. I wanted it to be 1,000, but it's still good enough. In my other channel, I'm still stuck at 1,900, which is a bit slow, and I'm looking forward to actually revamp it and make it continue growing, because there's a time that it was growing, then it stopped. Like right now, I'm in a plateau, so I need to figure out a way of coming out of that plateau in that channel. And then apart from that, I was able to do a lot of impact when it comes to matters nutrition. I have been a speaker, I have been a presenter, I have been a guest on TV shows. I have done 3 presentations for some of the works that we were doing on different scientific conferences last year. I have been a key speaker also, or a guest speaker in major nutrition forums, both online and physically. I have also attended various stakeholders engagement when it comes to policy. I did 3 development courses. I did advanced leadership and management in health. I did policy and advocacy in health, and I also did clinical management of HIV from the University of Washington, and I'm currently enrolled for redesigning global health from the same university. Apart from that, I was also able to stay sane, because it's not easy with a lot of things on my head, a lot of things on my plate. Staying sane, I think, is one of my biggest achievements. And I also think I learned one lesson, and I did not learn this last year. I have always known it, but it made it very clear. Last year made it very clear that in life you should not downgrade, whether in relationships, whether in friendships, whether in partnerships. Do not downgrade, because it always comes back to bite you in the ass. Why am I saying that? Let's think about this girl who's dating from a certain perspective, and then maybe she decides, okay, fine, now it's time to settle, let me just settle. And then she settles for someone with potential, and I quote potential, and then this potential does not bloom. Years on, what will happen? This girl gets frustrated, and that is where depression, that is where anxiety, that is where lack of interest in marriages come from. So I think in aspect of relationship, that is the problem. In aspect of business, or even relationships at your workplace, when you downgrade, you actually now are going to be forced to actually now curtail or put your skills and abilities in like a container, so that you don't come out like a threat to some people in management, in leadership, or even in higher positions than you. So it becomes a really big challenge because we are told that we are supposed to take whatever is available as we work to what we want, but sometimes downgrading can actually cost you more because it can also make you reluctant. And you see, it's human nature. When you're not using something for so long, it becomes unimportant or it becomes unnecessary, then your skills start downgrading. If it was public speaking, if it was engagement, if it was decision making, critical thinking, communication, and all that, if you actually now refine yourself in a position where you cannot actually utilize them, or you're scared of utilizing them because of certain perspectives from others, then it will be a problem. So I think that was my biggest revelation of 2025 and 2026. I am telling you, the goals that I have, I don't know if they are bigger or they are scarier than 2025, but they are definitely bigger. I want to do so much. Like on this channel, I want definitely to get it monetized. We're not doing so bad in terms of views, maybe just subscriber count, and I'm really requesting you guys to like and share this video. You can also subscribe. You can also watch my other hair videos. By the way, I have a lot of hair content here, and I'm also going to do a lot of work on this page as well. I promise you I'll do at least a video weekly. I want to do 2, but let's work with at least once weekly. But if it's possible, I'll do 2 because I have other things to do. I also want to be intentional on my other channel. I started a live session where I'll be talking about nutrition, or Ask the Nutritionist, every Wednesday from 11 to 1 p.m. East African time. So I hope that will actually now help me come out of the plateau that I am in, so that I have to be consistent. I started the week well, or the year well, because I was able to do that. And then I also want to post at least 1 video in that channel. That one, let's work with 1, because editing is not so easy on that area, because educational content, you really have to work on engagement. You really work on visuals, transitions, so that people can stay engaged. And it becomes really sad when you do a video for like 1 week or even 48 hours, and then the views and the likes are really kidogo, but we are still not going to give up, because that is where my heart is. That is nutrition, and we have to make it work. And of course, I want to close at 15,000 on the minimum on LinkedIn. We can go up to 20,000, but the minimum is 15. We are almost 9,200 at the moment, so it's very possible. And if it can happen even earlier, even better, or even more. And I want to have active engagements on TikTok. I'm also trying to do like daily videos. Sometimes I don't, because I'm pregnant and I can get tired. As you can see from the video, it's heavy. Soon we're going to have like a small baby, and that is a blessing that 2025 came with. And let me tell you, I don't know if you have watched until here, you might not know this part, but I was not ready for a second baby yet, because the things that I wanted to achieve before I get a second baby, most of them had not materialized. I want to build for my mom. I want to make sure that I have a stable and steady income for myself, so that I can be able to take care of my babies. And I want to be able to leave some relationship that I have been in with the father of my kids for a while, and it's really draining. I did not think I would say that, but it is. But things happened, and we cannot question God, because I really tried to prevent it. And of course, termination crossed my mind and all that. The first few weeks were really horrible mentally. You guys, I was struggling. I was really struggling to accept this. I was really struggling to see how I'm going to do this. But we pulled through, and we accepted it, and we have, so far we have done well for it. I have been taking care of the baby to the best of my abilities, and I pray to God that where I failed as a mom, He will cover it and things will be okay. So if you are in that space like me, I'm even feeling emotional. If you are in that space right now, just remember that God has a reason, and sometimes we might not even understand His reason, because you might be praying towards something, and then some things happen and you're wondering. And of course, I have also tried to be a bit more spiritual for the last year, but I need to do better. I went to church for the first Sunday of the year. We went with my baby, and unfortunately we were already late. Look at how cute she looked. But then if you're looking for style inspo for your kids or for yourself, and you're looking for products that actually deliver hair growth, I can tell you for a fact our products actually work. And by this year, I am hoping that I will be able to have a physical shop where I can do braids, not for the products, but of course for the products, but for the salon, where I can make your kids' hair, I can make your hairs. We can talk about some one or two things about hair and nutrition, life, the beauty of salon. I'm not talking about those salons where they just go ahead and just gossip people. I hate that about some of the salons in Kenya, because you go there and then after leaving the 5 minutes you are the topic of discussion. So we need to change that narrative, and I think one of the things that I will try and do with my physical salon, I will not allow such. We're going to talk about empowerment, you're going to talk about wellness, holistic living, and I don't know, just things like it should be something like not a free therapy, but a session where you come in, we discuss, we offload, and then we find our solution, or we try to come up with a solution together, because your life can be challenging. And by the way, a friend of mine, we were having a live the other day on YouTube. You can check it out. It's at Momina Wellness. She's called Grace. One of the takeaways that she really emphasized on for 2026 was self-awareness. So I think I am self-aware because I know what I want, I know what I don't, I know what I can do, I know what I can learn, and I know what I don't really even want to try learning. That's the bad thing about me, because there are things that I'm not just willing to learn, and I think I need to change that mentality, and I hope that 2026 I will be able to do that. And we need to be more self-aware. We need to understand ourselves. We need to understand our needs. And sometimes I'm not saying that just because you don't want to learn something, you will not need to learn it, because you might want to have or achieve a certain goal, and that goal is actually tied to that skill or that thing that you are really trying to avoid learning. So you might be forced to learn it. So yeah, you have no option. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to 2026. And kindly let me know what you think, what your 2026 plans are, and what you think about our hair, you guys. It looks so cute. My baby has amazing hair. She has amazing features, and I like doing her hair. I think I'm used to it so much. At first, when I started doing her hair, because I did her hair first when she was 2, that's the first time I tried doing braids or something like that. I was like, yo, her hair is the soft type. Touching it or gripping it was kind of hard. I was scared it was going to break. But as I have told you, I have products, and I have learned techniques to make sure that even the softest hair, we work on them, make sure that you're coming out neat, well braided, and still very much protective. As a stylist or as a person, I taught myself how to braid. By the way, I braided my first client because she paid me 40 shillings when I was in class 4. I was 9, I was 8, yeah. I was 8 years, 8, 9, 9, yeah. So that's the first time I learned how to braid. And of course, being in Kenya or being exposed in Kenya, the majority of types are definitely 4C, so it's definitely easier for me to braid 4C hair. I know some people might find it difficult, but it's easier for me because the hands kind of get used to that texture, and it's easy to move. You can grip it. It's harder. I'm not saying that now you expose your hair to like tight styling, but the 4C hair is harder, so it's easier for you to just grip without really wondering whether the hair is going to break. But my baby's hair, it's soft, so you have to really think about how you're going to work on it to make sure it comes out neat, it comes out cute, and it's well protected at the same time, so that it doesn't break. She's 5 currently. By the time she's 6, we will be having her baby brother or her baby sister. around. So yeah, I think the braids came out really nice. Let me know what you think, and please remember to like, subscribe, and share our video to join the community.
And watch Being Jerry.
Yeah, my baby also has a channel. She's called Being Jerry Ngunjiri. I will definitely tag it in the description. She has told me to tell you guys to watch her. She has one, and I also need to be consistent in that channel of hers. Yeah, there's a lot to do in 2026 and still manage sanity with motherhood. So remember to give me a like. And this was the end product. What do you think? The whole family was there. Kitty was there, hyping her up. Turn again. We see every angle. And look at me. You look cute. Who's the most beautiful girl?
You need to make sure the doctor doesn't bother us. Oh, this sleepover. It's not like just us.